Hi Gemini, this is going to be a timeless love reading where I'm going to look into you versus the person that you may be thinking about or involved with at the time of this reading. Like I said, I'm going to start with you, look at your energy, then I'm going to look at the person that you're dealing with. Then I'm going to go through each sign, Aries to Pisces, like I normally do on this channel, and then I'm going to give you some advice in terms of love to wrap up the reading. If you want a more general reading, including finances and general spiritual advice, and also like a timed reading, I guess you can say, like a reading that's more time bound, you can check out your October 2020 reading or whatever month that you're in right now. I have a beginning of the month like overall reading that you can check out every month. So this month it's October. Go ahead and check that out. If you want a more, well, I'll link it at the end of the video, you can watch it after. So I have the Sun card in reverse for you, meaning you're definitely not feeling happy right now with this person. You're not content with how things are going. I feel like you also could be losing optimism that things will work out. The Sun card is usually a pretty good like sign in a reading. It means that you really care. This is pretty nice. I hope it's not like obstructing your view, but there's a lot of smoke going on right now. Like I said, I don't think you're fully happy. No, the Sun and the Moon card in reverse, so this is clearly a very major connection that you have, and I think that there's definitely some anxiety here, probably is warranted. I think that more than anything, there's just a lot of fear and uncertainty about the future, I think, with you and this person, and that's how you're feeling on your end, is you feel a little uncertain. I think you really want to make progress. This is also a card of Six of Wands to me. Although it's a card of progress and wanting to move forward and also anything like that, just that sort of thing, I think there's also this element of, to me, this is a card of wanting acceptance. So maybe you feel like you want to be accepted by this person on a very deep personal level. Which is where these fears come in. I think you're really unsure if this person even really likes you for who you are. So I got this Eight of Coins in reverse on your side. This card to me, sometimes I say, like, I make definitely like a little bit of a hasty decision when I do that, but I like to say this is like my card that represents someone being selfish. And since this is your reading, Gemini, for my cross watchers are gonna say, like, it could be that you, Gemini, are acting selfish, but I think it's more so that you're just doing what's right for you at this moment. And because there's so many fears and worries involved with this person and you being stressed out, I think that you're focusing on yourself, and that's okay. Also, maybe you could find yourself, I don't usually say this for this specific card, but I do feel like with the Eight of Coins here, this card in reverse could represent someone being a little bit of a perfectionist. So able you're just really worried about yourself, like how you look, how you appear to this person, which is a really terrible way to live your life. If you are worried about like keeping up appearances and being perfect for this person, it's probably because, to be honest, if you find yourself worrying about that, especially if you're not a person that's prone to worrying about stuff like that, Gemini, like trying to come across as perfect or that sort of thing, it may be because this person is creating a very cold environment for the two of you to where you feel like you can't be yourself. And I feel like that's a really big element of this reading, is you feel like you can't be yourself on a very deep personal level. There's a lot of major cards here. So I will throw out that you could be dealing with a Scorpio, could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could also be dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But as I was saying, I feel like there is this, I think that in this context, like sometimes I do say it's someone being selfish, but especially since this is your reading, I'm really going to try to see things from your side. And I feel like it's more so the case that you just are trying to be perfect and for this person because you just really want their acceptance. And that's a really stressful and hard situation to be in, Gemini, because it's almost as if it's a double-edged sword, because you can't really ever be perfect in someone's eyes, and also that puts you in a position to where you're constantly almost looking over your shoulder and making sure you're doing everything right, which is just not somewhere you want to be, in my opinion. So I have the Tower card in reverse, meaning maybe you want things to change, but also more than anything, maybe you're working on yourself, especially like as we go forward from this point. Like, it's the last card that I'm going to pull for you guys is the Tower in reverse. Maybe you're going to work on yourself. I don't know. I'm hoping you're not working on yourself just for the sake of trying to be accepted by this person. But I am hoping that it's more so that you're working on yourself because you want to work on yourself and maybe move away from like, why do I crave this person's acceptance so much? So let's get into your person here. This is very interesting reading. I don't think I've ever really had a theme like this before, but that just came to me, so I hope that that's ringing true for you guys. You can let me know, but anyways, let's get into your person here. We have the Chariot, so they want to move forward with you. I feel like they actually maybe like you more than you think they do. Definitely could be dealing with a Taurus here. Two of Coins in reverse. Okay, so here's the thing. They want to move forward with you. Maybe they haven't expressed this yet, but maybe they just really like you, and almost whenever they're around you, they're like, yeah, I want to do this. But they could be juggling multiple people. One, they could have a third party. They could be seeing other people. They could be a little bit of a player. Let me know if that's the case. Could also be the fact that they're just really unsuccessfully juggling their priorities in their life, meaning like work, family, that sort of thing. I do see that this person is a hardworking person. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So it could just be, like I said, it could be that they're juggling multiple people and they're a bit of a player, but more than likely, I think it is the case that they're just focusing on their job right now. And maybe you can sense this distance from like between you and this person. And it could be because they're just focusing on their work. Sorry, my cat is making noises. So, like I said, I feel like they're a very hardworking person. All right, so yeah, I feel like they're really hardworking, and this is a big card on daily routine. So I think that they just don't really know how to make you a part of their life, to be honest, despite the fact that they want to move forward. Maybe you're stressing about the distance and you're thinking it's something that you've done, when in reality, I think that they may just be focused on their job. Very, very heavy on Earth right now, so a lot of you could be dealing with Earth signs or people that have a lot of Earth on their chart, meaning they're very hardworking. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sorry for another interruption there. So, like I said, this person could just be pretty hardworking. And I think that that's possibly why you're getting the distance that you are and having the stress that you are. I also think that due to the fact that they're very focused on their career, maybe that's their most important priority at the moment. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Coins in reverse. I feel like they are not willing to put in the long-term work because they're so focused on their own, or kind of in their own life, so to speak. Maybe they have some big things going on in terms of their job or school or work or something where they're like, that's what their their focus is at the moment. I think despite the fact that they are focused on other things, they do want to persevere with you. Seven of Wands. Could be dealing with the fire sign as well. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I think that they do want to persevere. There's just other things going on in their life. But that doesn't mean that they're giving up on you. I think is the main thing, that they're not giving up. So that's what I have in terms of the present moment. Let's get some more insight onto some... This is called the Hidden Truth Oracle. I really like this deck. I use it in all my videos. If you're not subscribed to me, go ahead and subscribe, because I pretty much use it in every single video. It says I want you. So like I said, this person is willing to, they're not giving up. They still want you. They're still thinking about you. For those of you that are in like a breakup, maybe they're kind of just working just to forget about you and focusing on that. But I know that I crossed the line with you. Maybe it was by not making you a priority. I do see the Chariot here. It's the first card that I pulled, so I'm very surprised if you guys are in contact. I feel like you may be soon. But on a general note, they do really want to make progress with you, and like to a very, very high degree. I love you unconditionally. I feel like they just love you on a very deep sense, but they may not show it. says, I know I messed up everything. So Gemini, maybe they know that they messed like everything up between the two of you. Maybe things were going really well and then they left, or they focused on their job, or they were not willing to put in the work. Any of these things can really apply here. I lost myself for a little while, it says. So maybe they were like, maybe they felt unfulfilled, like they weren't really doing what they wanted to do in this life, and not fulfilling what they, or feeling fulfilled in terms of their career, or getting done what they want to do. It could even be a hobby. So maybe they feel like they lost themselves in your, for those of you that were very serious with this person or spent a lot of time with this person, maybe they were just worried about like spending too much time with other people and not focusing on themselves. Also says, I know I was a distraction from your pain. So maybe that's you with them, Gemini, meaning like they almost were with you as a, not saying they were with you as a distraction, I'm just saying when they were with you, you distracted them from these priorities that they have, like in a good way, because they just cared about you, but now they're thinking like, well, I actually do have things that I want to do and fulfill in my life. This is called Divine Love Messages. This is also an Oracle deck. This one I have been saying, I just started using this. It's very intense. Speaking of which, this is a very intense card. It says, don't lie to me. I know if you do through our divine blood. You don't have to take this seriously. It's not like you guys are related. Sometimes in here it's like very intense, like almost, it could be, you know, it could be true that you guys do almost like a soulmate connection, or like this says like a divine connection. Don't take it literally like blood. I don't know why. I understand the message there. I understand the meaning behind it, but I just think that it is a little bit intense. And a lot of things in this deck are. I do like it though. I feel like it almost like reaches like the depths of your soul and like what you really want, but sometimes it comes across as very intense. Like this one is one of the most intense ones. But they just know if you're lying to them. Maybe there is this sense of, the moon card in reverse could mean secrets on your end, Gemini. I didn't really say that, but it could mean secrets. So maybe they know, or you know when they're lying to you, and vice versa, because you guys just have like a really deep connection. Let's enjoy our happiness. I think there's a lot of worries here, so you guys can't truly be happy sometimes, and they just want to enjoy life and be happy with you, and maybe that was a bit of a problem between you guys, is that you guys couldn't really seem to enjoy the happy moments with each other. Maybe that's still currently happening. I have nothing but love for you, but I cannot profess it to you now. I must win the fight against myself to do so. I've never gotten this card. If you want to read it, you can take a second to read it, 'cause it's kind of a long one. I have nothing but love for you, but I cannot profess it to you now. I must win the fight against myself to do so. I'm not one to say like, oh, this, you know, I feel like they are in a lot of ways, because like I said, they want to move forward, but they have a lot going on. So maybe there is this inner battle versus like self-achievement and self-fulfillment and self-actualization versus like being with the person that I love and spending all my time on the person that I love. I'm not saying there is a balance that could be found between the two of you with that, but maybe in this person's mind there isn't, which maybe is a little irrational. But so that's that. Let's look at your guys' outcome. I'm not saying this when I do outcomes, like I'm just saying based off this person's current feelings that this is the outcome. Doesn't mean that it is like your guys' total end all be all, but I am saying like I like to think of it in terms of how this person is feeling, because that's what I'm focusing on. How are they feeling right now, and what is your outcome based on how they feel right now, if that makes sense. So we have the Magician in reverse, meaning right now it's just not working, but you guys do have, you could make it work. I just think you guys are not in your stride right now, and in the outcome that there may be a bit of a struggle period here to where you guys can't make it work. And I think a lot of it has to do with, one, this person could just be a player. I'm putting it in a way for a lot of you that makes it seem like, because that's just what I feel like is the main message for a lot of you, is that this person just has a lot going on. But I feel like on a general note, this person could also be a player, and maybe they just can't really seem to want to commit. Maybe they're afraid of commitment. But then I get the High Priestess, meaning I feel like you guys do have a really, really deep connection. I feel like this could be a karmic connection or just a soulmate connection to where you guys are just really connected. Maybe not karmic, I feel like more soulmate. To where you guys are just soulmates, you're really connected. There is this like High Priestess, like where you guys are very intuitive with each other. And I think that ties in as well with Don't Lie to Me, because I'll know if you do. I feel like you guys almost are on the same page in that way, Gemini. But Seven of Swords in the outcome is a very interesting. I don't really know how many times I've gotten the Seven of Swords in an outcome. Seven of Swords is a card of someone being deceitful or betraying you and kind of running around. This person could, if you guys know the same people, maybe they're talking about you to other people or seeing other people. I feel like there is this element that this person may be a player and may be unfaithful as well, or have other parties involved. So I feel like for a lot of you that is resonating. I feel like this person is still going to be up to kind of deceitful behavior, just being dishonest, and kind of, this is a card of like taking something as well. So for those of you, very small percentage of you, that this person like takes money or something like that, I feel like if they were deceitful before, they're not going to change. I feel like your guys' connection is going to stay the same, meaning like you guys have a really deep connection. They're thinking about you, they love you, they want you. But if they're messing everything up, like they're crossing lines, I feel like if this person is a deceptive person, it's not, like they're still going to be deceptive. That's what I can see right now. I don't think that they have changed. And especially since I said before that they don't want to put in the work, and they haven't wanted to put in the work, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So that's just what I see for the outcome. Like I said, if they do decide to put in work and change themselves and stop being so deceitful, for those of you that makes sense, then that's a good thing. But from what I can see right now, I don't think that they have intentions of doing that, unfortunately. So let's get into each sign, Aries through Pisces, and try to get some more stories out there. Try to tell you what I feel like each specific sign is feeling towards you at the present moment. Like I said, this is a timeless reading, so I'm just going to try to focus on like how do they feel right now when you're watching this reading. But yeah, if you want, like again, if you want to know during a specific time period how they're feeling about you, check out your October 2020 reading, or whatever month you're watching this in. Go ahead and check that out. So if you're dealing with an Aries, we have the Empress in reverse, meaning someone is just not very, what's the word? It starts with like, they're not very, I always have like a block when I think of this word for some reason. Courteous, or care about, like, thoughtful. They're not very thoughtful. I think that they may care about you, but they don't really put you first, if that makes sense. Similar to the General. They're just not very caring of your needs. Empress in reverse, they're not taking care of you. So stay optimistic about your love life. If you feel the need to be optimistic, like if you feel like it's valid or if it's warranted, if this person isn't totally treating you terribly, then maybe stay optimistic. Maybe they just like I said, have a lot going on, so they're just not very, or it could be selfish, just not really thinking about you. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. It says maybe stay optimistic in general. Maybe if things aren't working out with this Aries, try to think positive, and maybe better people will come into your life. Take that as it resonates, I guess, is really an important element here. If you're dealing with a Taurus, they're undecided about you. It is also similar to the General. I mean, that is the collective, so as I go into each sign, sometimes it's different, but most of the time it is actually the same, and I guess that makes sense. They're undecided about you. Maybe they have multiple options, and they can't really make their mind up, this Taurus. If this is an ex, I think it's time to release your ex. I release your ex in reverse. Maybe you guys are still hanging on, and maybe that's where this, like, it didn't work before, but they're wondering, like, should I give this another shot? And they're not really releasing you, but you guys aren't together for a lot of you. I feel like they're kind of undecided about commitment or taking the next step. if you're dealing with a fellow Gemini, this Gemini is going through a inner battle. I feel like they're maybe worried about, similar to the general on your guys' end, like worrying about stuff within themselves and kind of battling themselves and having some inner dialogue here. I feel like as well you guys could have been in conflict and they're starting to forgive you or forgive themselves for the conflict, but they're not really committing because they have some fears here. Wedding in reverse. You guys could have had a divorce maybe for some of you with another Gemini, to where this is like some conflict being released because of a wedding in reverse. But in general, I feel like they're not committing because they're going through an inner battle, or maybe they're worried that you guys fight too much. But not too worried about it because it's not in the upright. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, we have the Ace of Coins, meaning they want a new opportunity with you, but they don't trust you. Trust in reverse. Could be that you don't trust this Cancer as well, but someone doesn't trust someone enough to be to have a new opportunity, although they want it. If you're dealing with a Leo, this Leo is going to, I feel like they're going to tell you that they want a family with you. Queen of Swords, someone letting someone else know what's on their mind. Could also be the case that I'm just going to say that this Leo wants to have a family with you. 10 of Pentacles. They want to kind of let you know exactly what they have. So this is pretty different than the general. But I feel like also could be the case that they are in a way, if it is relating to the generals, meaning that they're really independent and they're trying to build wealth for themselves. This is a card of someone having a lot of money. So it could be the case that they're trying to build wealth for themselves, trying to build money, solid foundation, and that they're independent. But also could be the case that they're going to express to you that they want to get married. Two very different things. Ask your friends for help. I feel like your friends will be able to tell you how this person feels. Sometimes your friends can see right through people. So if it's one or the other, I feel like if it's like, although that person's just focusing on their career, they're not really interested in a relationship, like we can tell. And also could be the case like that person clearly loves you. Like ask your friends, let your friends help you in reverse. Meaning maybe some of you aren't talking to your friends about this person. I'm really feeling good about this reading. I feel like I'm being very clear, so I hope that it is clear. I'm feeling very good about this reading. I haven't felt so good in a reading in a long time, so to where I feel like I'm really being as concise as possible, so I hope that I am. With a Virgo, we have the Four of Swords, meaning they're trying to rest and meditate, possibly to relieve some of their bad habits here with the Devil card in reverse. They're releasing, they're working on themselves, but they're taking some time apart from you. I feel like because they're trying to get peace of mind. They could have been dealing with some really heavy stuff here. Addiction, sexuality. Oh, by the way, I just want to say, this could, like, I say this, for those of you that are subscribed know this probably, but when I'm going through each sign, it could relate to their sun, moon, rising, or if they have a lot of this on their chart. Also, this could relate to like a friend or a family member. I'm referring to it as if it's romantic because this is a love reading. But if you are like, oh, I have a Cancer that I want to reconcile with them, fighting with a lot, could totally resonate with that. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be any form of connection that you have with someone else. So anyways, with the Virgo, we have, I think they're releasing some really heavy stuff. When they want to make the effort, they'll make the effort. Make the effort is the card that I got from the love deck. So I feel like right now they're trying to work on themselves, get some inner peace, release some of these bad past baggage and addiction problems that they could have had. So if they want to make the effort, they're going to, and maybe wait for them because like I said, they're dealing with some heavy stuff. If you're involved with a Libra, ooh, this is a Libra from your past. They're making moves towards you, Six of Cups. I feel like they were thinking about you a lot, but now they're ready to actually make some moves here. Nothing's really popping out to me. I feel like they thought you were deceptive, and when they look back on their memories, maybe they're realizing, like, one, they could be looking with rose-colored glasses, like, maybe you guys did fight a lot, and maybe there was some deception here on either end, but I feel like they were looking at it in the past, and now they were looking and realizing that maybe things weren't the way that they thought they were, and I feel like they're going to be making moves towards you. Deception in reverse, maybe they're realizing that you were more true and have better intentions than they had thought. I love it when it like lines right up with the rest of the cards. If we're dealing with the Scorpio here, we have the Chariot. Same as the General. They want to progress with you. They could be wanting to take the next step. But they're holding back heart-to-heart conversations. I feel like they really want to make, maybe this could be this, like, that they're going to be contacting you and wanting to talk with you and maybe commitment, but they're not truly opening up, which is possible. So just be aware with, like, of that with the Scorpio. So with the Sagittarius, we have the Emperor in reverse. The Sagittarius, like, you could mean a lot to them, and I feel like they're going to start thinking with their heart rather than their head, or just feeling. They definitely feel a lot for you, and maybe it doesn't have to be rational, right? Because we have the religious factors here. So maybe you guys have some differences. Maybe you guys have some differences in terms of what you want out of a relationship, what you were around growing up, your upbringing, that sort of thing. But I feel like, oh, do you guys like this like map, by the way? I think it's kind of cute. It's like a moon, like my channel. Anyways. You guys could have some fundamental differences with the Sagittarius. Sorry, I had to stop it because of the car. So you guys could have some fundamental differences, upbringing, religious, and spiritual path. And I feel like you guys really got to know each other with the Sagittarius, and maybe that was stopping them because they're like, oh, once you guys got to know each other, like, we do have a lot of differences. I'm not so sure how this will work out. But they're going to be listening to their heart, and they are listening to their heart. So I feel like that means that they're going to kind of look past the fact that you guys have some differences here. With a Capricorn, Hierophant in the upright. So maybe you guys know the same people. Could be the case that one, you guys also similar to the Sagittarius have some stuff that's differing between the two of you in terms of how you see the world. But I feel like they don't really care, similar to the Sagittarius. Could be the case that you guys just know a lot of people in common. You guys go to the same church, same community, same neighborhood, like work at the same place, just know each other from around town or something like that. It's a very social card. But they feel like you really have a good relationship with yourself, and they admire that in you. With an Aquarius, they're really guarded. They are very guarded with their heart, but they have romantic feelings for you, They have a lot of feelings for you, but they're very guarded. They're really afraid to maybe really explore that. If you're dealing with the Pisces, finally, before I almost wrap this reading up, we have the Fool card. So they're wanting a new beginning with you. Pretty similar to the General, but they're also they could be a little trying to keep things casual. Like, I don't think that says this could be the one. So I feel like if this could be the one, like, you guys have a really good connection with each other, but just keep in mind that they might want to keep things casual despite the fact that you guys have this really strong connection. So yeah, that's what I have for that. Let's just pull a couple quick little advice cards, and then I'll wrap this reading up. Thank you guys for watching. Hope that you liked it. Please comment your story. Like this video and subscribe as well. So we have, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. Very similar to the General when I was talking about you kind of being really in your head and trying to make the right, like, kind of almost acting in the way like, oh, well, what does this person want? Just being very thoughtful and really trying to appeal to this person. But just know that don't make decisions for what you think you should do, for it's only being true to yourself that you could be true to others. That really, 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 really ties into the General, like, really nicely, where I'm talking about you trying to do things that you think this other person wants, and then playing this, like, tightrope balancing game of, like, oh, well, what do I want versus what this person wants, and it's too much. Like, just be true to yourself and make it known what you want out of everything, like the world, this relationship, what you want in general, what kind of life you want for yourself, and just be true to yourself. And I think that it will be appealing to the person that you're trying to seek here. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So trust your heart here. Same here. True to yourself. Trust your heart. So yeah. Thank you, Gemini. I hope that you liked this reading. I hope that it meant something to you and resonated. If it did, please let me know by liking, subscribing, commenting your story. That really helps. Also, I post about this on my channel. For those of you that are not subscribed to me or are, I just want to explain this really quick. So I am doing personal readings. I'm doing them either over video, similar to this, like similar to YouTube, where I'll film a video and just talk to you about your situation and like do a reading for you. If you want that style of reading, you can reach out to me at my email. That will be cheaper than the option that I'm just about to talk about now. Those rates are pretty reasonable, and not saying the Zoom or what I'm gonna, anyways. So it's very reasonable and it's cheaper than the next option. The next option is if you want to do a live reading with me over Zoom, where I am also going to do a reading with you, but it's not like pre-recorded and you can ask me questions as we're going. You can book an appointment with me. My link is in the description box of this video as well, to where you can book a Zoom reading with me. Those will be a little bit more expensive, and also I feel like it is a little bit less flexible, because then you can't just watch it, and also with the video recording you can just watch it whenever, like, and keep the video. With the Zoom reading, it's not really like that. So I think a lot of you will choose the reading option, like how you normally do on this channel. That's what I've been doing since I started, is just recording a video of me talking. But if you do want a Zoom reading with me, like I said, those are a bit more expensive, but it's because it's a bit more less flexible with my schedule. So if you would like a Zoom reading or a regular personal reading with me, reach out to me. I will have all that in the description box of this video. Thank you guys so much. Hope that you like this video, and I'll see you for your mid-month October reading. Check out your main October reading and subscribe to make sure that you're in the loop when I post more videos for each month, and also just the occasional love reading. So thank you guys.